11 Alive News at 11 p.m. starts now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Joe Ripley. We begin with breaking news. Atlanta police say one person is dead, 5 others injured in a shooting that happened near Atlantic Station. This all going down around 8 o'clock tonight. The investigation has 17th Street and other roads blocked right now. In fact, police starting to open up some of those roads. 11 Alive's Dawn White joining us now live from the scene with the very latest on this still developing story. Dawn, what are you learning at this hour?
Well, Joe, I'm here at the 17th Street Bridge, and just moments ago, police cleared the scene here. We found out about half an hour ago from Atlanta police. They say that a total of 6 people were shot. 1 male is dead, and then 5 other people are in area hospitals. Let's take a look at some video that we shot earlier today. You can see in that Atlanta police say the shooting happened after a fight within 1 or 2 groups of people that happened shortly after 8 p.m. They say it happened near Atlantic Station, close to the 17th Street Bridge. They don't have any information on suspects at this point, but they do say there is currently no danger to the public. We spoke to a witness earlier who says he heard almost 3 dozen shots.
There was no questioning it or doubting it whether it was, fireworks or gunfire, because it was absolutely gunfire. It's very loud and very distinct sound, and it was very repetitious. It wasn't little cracks or pops. It was a boom, 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 boom. I would say approximately 30 shots, approximately 30 shots were fired.
This is obviously a developing situation, so stay tuned to 11 Alive on air and online for the latest updates. Joe?
Dawn, imagine being there, maybe doing some holiday shopping, just trying to have a good time with family. Those gunshots breaking out. Thanks for that live report. We did receive a statement tonight from the Wilbert Group, which represents Atlantic Station. It says that Atlantic Station security is currently working with APD and that there is no active threat to the property. 11 Alive first broke this story to you through our mobile app. Be sure and stay connected. To do that, just download the app right now. You can do that by pointing your phone at the screen and scanning that QR code.
We've been talking about this for days. Shower activity that has been expected to arrive this evening has already arrived for some spots out towards Truist Park. Ground is a little damp in a few spots out there, but right by the Christmas tree. Looking down towards the battery right there at Truist Park. You can see just a little bit of dampness to the ground, but not stopping people from getting out there and enjoying some of those holiday lights. Now, the shower activity that we have later on tonight, that's going to be the heavier stuff. Also, the winds are going to be picking up here. Looking just off to the southwest of Atlanta, you can see some of those heavier showers moving across the state line from Alabama into Georgia. A closer look shows that some of that is closer on towards the Central Hatchie area. Central Hatchie likely having light to moderate showers, may have a few heavy pockets in there as we head throughout the next 10 to 15 minutes. Looking even further to the southwest, there's the really heavy stuff. Again, it's just kind of moving up towards Montgomery now. That still has to get all the way up into our region. We are going to be dealing with that throughout the early hours of the morning. When does this rain move out, and when will the wind calm down, and really how strong will the winds be? We'll talk all about all of that coming up.
Andrew, thank you. Right now, a mother is facing charges at a deadly fire that happened the day before Thanksgiving. This happened at an East Point apartment complex. That fire killed a 4-year-old little girl and sent her twin sister to the hospital with serious burns. Police arrested the girl's mother, and tonight she's accused of setting the fire on purpose. This woman here, 27-year-old Nicole Ashley Jackson, is behind bars, charged with murder, attempted murder, criminal attempt to commit a felony, and arson. She also faces 2 counts of first-degree cruelty to children. That fire tore through the Brookfield apartments along Washington Road on Wednesday. 7 families are now displaced. Crews found the body of one of the 4-year-old twins in the apartment. Ricardo Tolbert, known as Uncle Top in the complex, risked his own life to rescue the other twin, as well as knock on doors, saving dozens of other people. We spoke with Tolbert soon after the fire happened, and now that Jackson has been charged, he can't believe tonight that his neighbor is now accused of these crimes.
Angry and disappointed. That was the first thing. Why would she do that? And, at first I called myself being angry. I said, well, I can't be angry at her. Only thing I can do is pray for her at this point in time. So I just wish that the grandparents could come over and so I can, get in touch with them and see the baby, because all I want to do is know how the baby doing.
And we are expecting to learn more details on Monday. Officials in East Point have scheduled a 9 a.m. press conference to share more information about Jackson's arrest. Now to an update to a story we first brought you last night here on 11 Alive. Police now believe 4 people were involved in a shooting in East Atlanta's Gresham Park neighborhood, and that it started as an attempted home invasion. Authorities in DeKalb County responded Friday to the 2700 block of Gresham Road. There, they found 3 males, 2 adults and 1 juvenile who had been shot. One of the adults died from their injuries. A 4th person, a 30-year-old man, was later found to have been wounded. DeKalb police tell us that the 3 surviving people are expected to be charged with felony murder because of the death of their alleged accomplice. The 2 adults will also be charged with home invasion. Right now, a homeowner is behind bars accused of shooting a stranger who was sleeping inside his house. Earlier today, we spoke with neighbors who witnessed the crime unfold. Jess McMillan woke up Saturday to a crime scene. While she's used to the lights and sirens,
there's break-ins quite often, and I do hear gunshots.
She did not expect her neighbor to be arrested. Atlanta police responded around 6 a.m. Saturday to a home on Campbell Street near Memorial Drive. Police found a man in his late 20s shot dead in the front yard.
The homeowner who owns that residence came by to check on the house early this morning. He encountered the decedent inside, sleeping in the home. There was some type of confrontation that took place, at which point the homeowner did shoot, ultimately fatally shot and killed that individual.
Police say the 40-year-old homeowner, Joshua Warren, pulled the trigger. McMillan says Warren was a veteran who looked out for the neighborhood.
One of my best neighbors, really, somebody that's been there for me whenever I've had problems, and somebody that I think is a really good dude.
Now Warren is behind bars at the DeKalb County Jail, charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and weapons charges. We spoke with former Fulton County Assistant District Attorney Daryl Cohen, who's not connected to this case, to see if this could have met the criteria for Georgia's Stand Your Ground law.
The person who's in the house illegally makes an aggressive move. The homeowner has a right to use reasonable force to defend himself, and because he's in the house and he's in imminent danger. If, on the other hand, the homeowner says, get up, get out of here, or get up, put your hands up, and the guy does, the homeowner shoots him, then it's murder.
Police call the shooting an isolated incident and say there's no broader threat to the East Atlanta neighborhood. Decision 2022. Now, plenty of folks use the day to get out and cast their ballot in Georgia's runoff race for a seat in the U.S. Senate. Today, the only Saturday they could do so early. Here's the line at the Northside Library stretching outside just a slice of the 11,000 people in Fulton County who voted as of this afternoon. This kicked off a quick turnaround for Georgians to get back to the polls. The scene was replicated over at the Cobb County Elections Office in Marietta. There we found many people who were initially confused over when the voting began, but once it did at noon, voters like Shauna Davidson wanted to make sure they made their vote count.
It was great. I mean, the wait was about 40 minutes long, so it wasn't too bad. And, you know, I vote because I have the right to, and democracy is on the line for me. So we're out here voting just to make sure we cast our ballot. I think there was a lot of controversy around having voting right after the holidays. So I wanted to make sure that because we went through that process and we were able to come out and vote, I wanted to be here to do it.
Live look out at Blue Ridge, Georgia, up in the North Georgia mountains. Beautiful sight there with the Christmas lights. Plenty of rain, though, making its way towards metro Atlanta. But along with that, some strong winds, which will whip up overnight. Andrew has all the details next.